want to make this absolutely clear. If you can't already tell from my extremely monotone voice and the Wii music playing in the background when I would normally have something from Invincible or The Boys playing, I have no interest in this matchup whatsoever. This is a blatant stomp in Omni-Man's favor, which, while I am happy for, since I love Omni-Man and don't like Homelander because I think he's a dick, and while Omni-Man is a dick, I still like him because he redeems himself in spoilers for Invincible for those who only watch the show. But I just have no interest in this episode whatsoever. Omni-Man wins, and that's all you really need to know. Side note, this episode's animation is going to be done by Devil Artemis, which I'm happy for. Because the last time he did an animation for Death Battle, I think that was Palpatine versus Xehanort, and that was really good. So I'm hoping that he can do this one justice. But other than that, I still have no interest in this episode whatsoever. So the rest of this episode is just going to be me talking about Thor versus Vegeta. Thor versus Vegeta. Probably the episode I was most excited for, surprisingly. I thought that would have been Tundra versus Jonathan, but no. This is the one I was most excited for so far. So how exactly is it? Is it good? Is it bad? Well, all I can say is this episode's really freaking good. I'm sorry. I can't bullshit you guys. This is a really good episode. This is the Season 9 equivalent of Goku Black vs. Reverse Flash. So, let's just get into it. The analysis is overall fine. Nothing too mind-blowing. The editing is really good, as per usual. And, well, I did laugh, or I was a little shocked at Boomstick, of all people, being able to lift Mjolnir. Out of everyone, he is the last person I would expect to be able to lift it. Vegeta's analysis was also nice, I guess. I kind of liked... I did like the build-up to Ultra Ego Vegeta when they talked about it. It was pretty cool. Yeah, overall, pretty solid analysis. Wasn't anything too mind-blowing, but it was still pretty good. The fight, now. Okay. Now, I have gone on multiple occasions and said that I don't like the high-definition 3D backgrounds mixed with sprites. But I'm starting to get used to it, and I'm really liking the way Thor vs. Vegeta looks. The animation, the sprites themselves, they're really well done. They don't really clash at all. They look like they could belong in, like, the same game, like, same, like, fighting game or something. It was really good. Vegeta sprites were freaking amazing. Thor sprites, well, I'm not really a fan of the classic Thor design. I think it kind of looks a bit weird, in my opinion. I much prefer Thor with a beard, but that's just me. It was still pretty cool. Although there was one bit of animation where I could literally see that Mjolnir, like, literally, like, a part of Mjolnir had not left the sprite, and it was just left in. But I only caught that on, like, my third viewing of this episode, so... Anyway. So, Thor throws Mjolnir, and it misses Vegeta. And when Thor speaks, it is really funny to me because, like, I'm so used to, like, the MCU Thor who speaks like a normal person. So, I'm not expecting this, "Oh there, mighty warrior! What business dost thou haveth upon earth?" I was not expecting that, but I liked it. It gave this fight a sense of uniqueness, because, I mean, Thor versus Raiden didn't really have any voice-like dialogue, and Thor versus Wonder Woman, I can't remember. That episode was just so boring to me that I can't even remember. Anyway, Vegeta is once again voiced by Lanny Pater of Team 4 Star fame and of and if I've mispronounced that, I am sorry. I know that seems like a pretty easy word to pronounce, but I am bad at pronunciations just in general. And I don't know exactly who does Thor's voice, but he did a really good job with this one. It really does get that, he really does sell that mighty Thor voice that I like. Not like that whole, like, that whole Viking warrior kind of thing that really does fit Thor. The first few attacks by Thor looked a bit janky. And that's really all I have to say. The first bits were a bit janky. And when he pulled out his axe, can't remember what his name was, I honestly wasn't really expecting that. I thought they were just gonna be hammer, fist. That sounds wrong. It was just gonna be hammer against hands. But no, he pulled out his axe, and it got Hakkai'd immediately by Vegeta, so that was kind of, disappointing. But it's fine, at least they used it, at least it was pretty cool to see, even though it does nothing, but it's still pretty cool. I also did find it a bit weird that Vegeta kind of went straight to, blue. You didn't, like, I mean, I'm not expecting them to go through all the Super Saiyan levels. No, because, I mean, that would cost budget. But I was expecting him to at least go Super Saiyan once, and then go to Blue, and then go to Ultra Ego. But no, he just went straight to Blue. Didn't even go to Blue Evolution, just Blue. It was fine. One thing I can also criticize is it really feels like Vegeta gets a lot of hits, while Thor only gets a couple. I mean, yeah, Thor still gets a lot of hits in, but not as much as Vegeta. Vegeta kind of just, like, attacks him a lot, but that's probably because Vegeta does his whole, like, that whole rapid strike thing. Not like a rapid-fire JoJo punch, but like a back-and-forth kind of supersonic Final Smash ultimate thing, if you know what I mean. Also, another thing, I was kind of expecting Vegeta to use the Gallic Gun, but I guess he didn't. He just kind of... The attacks he used his rapid-fire Ki blasts, he used the Big Bang attack, and then he used the Final Flash, which... We'll get to that. That was... Ooh. But... He didn't use the Gallic Gun, which I'm surprised by, because the Gallic Gun is, like, probably his most iconic attack. I mean, it's like, it's the equivalent of having Goku not use the Kamehameha. Like, that just feels wrong, to me at least. But it's fine, I guess. Oh, and I have to stress this, but the hand-drawn stuff is legitimately beautiful in this episode. I think it's honestly the best it's ever been in the series. I mean, aside from Jack versus Afro, but that's like, that doesn't count, because that's like a full-on hand-drawn episode that was really freaking good. But yeah, I mean, in terms of, like, sprite episodes, the hand-drawn stuff was freaking amazing. Vegeta's line about... Once Vegeta goes Ultra Ego, he has this really cool line. I think it was, if I remember correctly, it was like, "Does a god feel fear?" I know, my Vegeta impression is on point. But the way it was delivered was... It was really cool. It didn't sound cringy, like, "Does a god feel fear?" No, it was just like, it sold that cocky Vegeta attitude, which Lanny Pater, again, I don't know how to pronounce it, really sells with the character. That's probably why he's like my favorite Vegeta voice, just in general. I know that seems weird, but he is. And then in contrast, Thor says, "Not fear, but thunder!" And that was also an awesome line delivery. It was freaking amazing. And that's when he goes into his Berserker Thor state, which... yeah. And then the final flash by Vegeta. Oh man, that was so good. It really felt like he was screaming his lungs out. That's how it was. Like, it was loud, it was impactful. And just the sheer scale of the final flash itself, just, you can see it blasting just blasting Thor, and then it just, like, there's, like, it just cuts to the earth, and the beam is just there, just continuing out to the cosmos. That is so cool. And then Thor lives. He grabs Vegeta by the face. That sounds wrong. And then Vegeta pulls off his suicide move, which didn't kill him the second time he used it, but whatever. And then Thor quotes Avengers or Infinity War and says, "Always aim for the head." And well, it was more like, "Always aim for the head." I can't do it. My Thor impression is not good. But and the death after, just the fact that you see Thor literally take Vegeta by the face and literally force him down as Mjolnir comes up, crushing his head. That was freaking solid. That is a solid death. The post-analysis was okay, but I have to stress this. Now, anyone who follows me on Twitter, link in description, knows that I have been listening to this episode's track, Princes of Pride. Oh my god, it's so good. It has this, like, Norse feeling to it, but it mixes that with, like, heavy metal, and it is so damn good. And it doesn't come, it's not like that, it's not like Shadow versus Ryuko with its, like, cringy line about the devil in Chaos Unraveled. No. It actually feels like it mixes both of the characters in, and it's just so damn good. I would say, personally, I'd say it's better than Thundershroud. That's how good the track is to me. It is so amazing. If anything, I hope that when they do eventually do Kratos versus Dante, I hope they kind of bring that Norse feeling back and mix it with, like, heavy metal, because that would be amazing. I really love this episode, and I really love this track. Oh, man. And the post-analysis was fine. I like how they went in-depth with the characters. They barely ever do that, really, but now they kind of go in-depth with, like, the numbers and stuff. Like, they're saying, oh, Vegeta could destroy a universe, like, over 200,000 times over, but Thor could destroy one over 2 million times over. And that's only, like, a 10% that's only, like, 10 times difference. And when it comes to speed, Vegeta could, like, attack this fast, but Thor could attack this fast, so they do a better job of explaining it than I do, but yeah. Overall, I would say this episode's a 9 out of 10. I know this kind of seems like me overrating it, and it might raise or lower depending on how long and how many rewatches I watch this episode, but yeah, this episode is a solid 9 out of 10 for me. It was really cool, and I'm glad Thor got a run back after the atrocity that was Thor versus Wonder Woman. And I'm glad Vegeta came back as well, because he is by far my favorite Saiyan in Dragon Ball. I know a lot of Goku stans are probably gonna hate me for that, but yeah, Vegeta's better. Frickin' fight me. So yeah, this episode's a 9 out of 10. It was really good. And, yeah. So that's really my thoughts on Thor vs. Vegeta. That's really all I have to say. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that YouTuber stuff. Comment down below who you think is going to win the next matchup. I'm pretty sure everyone's just going to say Omni-Man, but go ahead, give me your thoughts. Yeah. I will see you in the next video, which may or may not be another special occasion. Well, I don't really know what that means. It's gonna be like, I'm pretty sure the next video I have planned, which is probably gonna come out after Homelander vs. Omni-Man. It's gonna be another one of my, like, remember my Archie Knuckles vs. Juggernaut video that I made? It's gonna be another one of those. I thought I'd try it out again, so yeah. Yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Bye.
Think on